Hello, hello, girls. Hey, Wooly. Hey, Glennis. It's snowing out. Jack's out pushing snow. I'm home by myself. I'm kind of bored. So I thought I'd just come on and we'd slow stitch. So I was hoping everybody would get a piece of fabric and come just play with me. Um, I hate talking to myself. Wooly, you want to come on? What are you doing today? Well, you're probably getting ready to sell. Are you getting ready to sell, Wooly, or is it just Mary? Um, but anyway, so I got this bee fabric from Pearl. Oh, it looks like I'm upside down. Hold on a minute. Am I upside down now? Let me see. Let's try this. There, I think I'm right side up now. So anyway, I was just took some brown felt. Let me get situated here, my camera. Took some brown felt, took 3 pieces of coordinating fabric, and um, sewed them all together. I'm doing 5 or 6 at a time. I can't just do one. And then I got this bee fabric from Pearl. So I putting this bee on it. I'm going to put this little, um, that was part of a little thing. If you've seen what she sold, they were little pieces. And I was going to put that there. And then I was going to put this beehive down here in the corner. So I'm just working on sewing the um, I'm trying to see where you can see me. I'm just working on sewing the pieces around. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Carol. So anyway, anybody that wants to come in, let me know. It'd be nice so I don't have to talk to myself. Let's see. I'm trying to get where you can see me so you can see me working. There, can you see me sewing? Let me get my camera figured out here. Oh, I think you can see more of me than my stuff. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I thought, well, I'll just come on for a little while because I'm sitting here by myself and I'm bored to tears. Watched so many videos that I'm tired of it. And so I thought, well, we'll just sew and see how that works out, if it works out in our favor for a little while. Well, I don't care how noisy you are, Carol. It don't make no matter to me. I'm not like Pearl. I don't care about the noise. You can chop up all you want and just come on. I'm trying to figure out how to get my camera so you can see me working. Anyway, I'm not anything like a probably a normal person because I don't use small needles. I bought these as turkey skewers when I made pokey tools, and so I am using that needle. Hey, Alina, how are you? You girls grab some felt, grab some fabric, grab some thread, and we are going to slow stitch today together. I'm working on some projects to sell for my next sale, so it'd be nice if you'd come on and slow stitch with me, or we'll just play around together if you're crafting. Nope, just Mary. Oh, gosh, Willie, you wouldn't either. So anybody wants to come in is welcome to come in, and we'll sit and play together. We're supposed to get a ton of snow, but I think it passed us by. I think it all went east. We're not getting, it's over, but it didn't snow very much. So what's everybody working on? At least tell me that. So I'm probably doing 6 or 8 of these, and then I'll show you what I finished last night. What I've got done. Well, I'm making some belly bands. So there's a purple belly band that I put like lots of purple fabric, and this is old vintage lace. That was an old piece of vintage tablecloth. That's an old doily. So I did that. Those are like singles. I did 16 of these little girls, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bulb pin them to a glassine bag, and then this is old Ducina's fabrics, and so I thought I have these in paper or die cuts, so I thought I'd make a tag and then attach this to the outside of the bag. So if you don't want it glued onto the glassine bag, you can do whatever you want to with it. So I got 16 of those done to sell. This was an old tablecloth that I got from Pearl. And it was a wonderful tablecloth. It was linen. So this is a piece of vintage lace. There again is from that old tablecloth. This is a piece of chenille. Hang on, I'm losing my stuff. Piece of chenille bedspread that had the blue in it. This is a piece of tatting. And then I just put some flowers on it. So I think I have 7 or 8 of those done. Let's see, what else do I have done? Oh, I just did some single things playing. So this was a yellow sheet, and so this is yellow tatting, a piece off that tablecloth. This is a piece of lace that was a applique that I coffee dyed real grungy and just put some buttons on it. So I have that one. I'm wanting to know if you girls are wanting some to put on the front of book covers, because this is a bigger piece. So these are all fabrics, piece of tatting, piece off that tablecloth. There's another piece of tatting. That's an old doily. This is just some pink trim. So it's just lots of pinks. And then I just sewed it together. Oh, here's a couple more. You want me to do some yellow things, Glennis, for you? Here's another pink belly band. It's got pink tatting and the pink flowers. This one, I put a applique butterfly on it. So they're belly bands to go in the middle of your signatures. Let's see. Move these out of the way. This is just a neutral piece. I thought you could just use, down the side of a page. I thought I'd make some thin ones to go down the side of a page. So I thought that'd be pretty. It's an old vintage button, safety pin. That's that old tablecloth, and then just appliques that I coffee dyed. And that was a little doily tatting. So I'm trying to put a piece of tatting on pretty much everything I'm doing. I'm trying. I don't know if it'll happen to all of it, but. And then I love these. I stamped fabrics, and this is a piece of old trim, some script fabric. That's a doily underneath it. That's a piece of lace. And so I thought, I'm still not done with these. I think I'll stitch an old piece of tatting on there. So I've done several of those. So actually, I've really got a lot done. I got a whole bunch of this fabric, so I just cut a piece of it out. And then I stitched around the Eiffel Tower and put memories on there and 3 buttons, a grungy flower. So I thought maybe I'd make some of those because they could be used as pockets in your journal. I'm trying to make everything that'll fit on a, this could be a pocket in a journal. You could, go down both sides and you'd have it opened. So I'm trying to do things that will, fit on the page. Like here's the belly band. It'll fit right on your page. The usual. Yeah, I'm trying to make neutral ones too because not everybody likes pinks and colors. So I did those. So I got those done. Which one did you like, Glennis? This one here? Is that the one you liked? And then I did, this was on that old toweling fabric. I'm looking for that kind of fabric. That's that old, well, it's not towel, it's feed sack. It's grain sack. And so I did this one. There's a nice piece of tatting on it. This has feed sack. I pulled out all my feed sacks, so I'm gonna do a lot with feed sacks. That's an old doily and an old piece of tablecloth. That was an applique I coffee dyed. Buttons. So there's that one. I did, here's one that's just kind of neutrally. It was an old napkin. So I kind of left the corner of the napkin showing and put stuff on it. There's a piece of tatting. I did 5 of these. This is that yellow sheet. And then I just kind of put this is that old feed sack. So I kind of put coordinating fabrics on it and put vintage on it. So I have several of those. And then I did this one here. It was that yellow pillow or sheet. There's yellow tatting. I did all in yellows. That's that yellow and pink feed sack that I sold so much of. So I think I got 5 of those. So by the time I get ready to sell, I'll have several to sell and hope you girls are interested in them. It'll all have a little charm, or I'll have something that says made with love, because I'm putting lots of love in it for you girls. So anyway, Bonnie, what are you doing? You want to come on pretty soon and finish our stuff? What do you think? We need to finish that file folder and we need to show them what we're going to do for February. Hi, Kath. Yeah, I'm pretty fast. I guess I've been a crafter since the early 80s. And I wholesaled. So see, I had to make lots in order to wholesale. So I have to make, I'd cut out 100 dolls at a time. I made handmade dolls and I went to market out east. That's when all the primitive markets were really good. So I went out east and sold. And so, you'd have to go with a trailer load of stuff. And so I had to mass produce. So I'm really good at mass producing. So back to our bees. So like I said, I started with, I want you all girls to get a piece of felt and some fabric, which is real easy. Just get 3 or 4 pieces of fabric. And this is what I did. My brown felt, there's 3 pieces of fabric. I sewed around the outside. I put those 2 pieces, I just put X's in it, which I ended up covering up because then I'm putting this is fabric I got from Pearl, and it was really cute little pieces. And so I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to put I cut out welcome off one of the pieces, and then I'm going to put a beehive down the corner, and then I got some really neat bee charms that I'm going to hang from it. So it's going to be really cute when it's finished. So that's what we're doing. Got Pearl. Hold on just a minute. Hang on. What are you doing?
Oh, well, I went to the post office. I came home. I did my dishes.
Well, I'm live slow stitching. You want to come on and put some stuff together? Come on and we'll talk.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were doing that.
Well, I just decided I was bored to tears, and I just thought I'd come on with the girls and slow stitch. So let me send you the link and come on, and maybe you can put a kit together or something fun.
I'll try.
Okay, I'll send you the link.
Okay, bye.
All right, girls, I'm going to send Pearl the link so that she can come on. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Alina, that's back in the, hey, Patty, how are you today? We're on slow stitching. I wanted to show, I didn't know if you've seen what I'd put together, but just a minute. I got to send Pearl the link. So hang on just a minute and I'll get Pearl the link. I was just kind of bored today and thought, well, I'll just come on and go live because I promised myself the 1st of January I was going to do videos, at least 2 videos a week, and just show what I do. And this is the first time I've done it. So, all right, there we go, Pearl. So we'll go back to slow stitching. So anyway, been here a minute. I got busy watching and waited to say hello. Oh, well, I'm glad you came on, Patty. I was hoping you girls would grab some fabric and come slow stitch. Let's see, where am I at now? Oh, there's Pearl. There's Pearly Poo right there.
Trying to make it bigger.
I told Pearl I wanted to make a couple of kits today, so I thought maybe she might play with some kits. Or I guess just talk to you. What are you looking so distraught for, Pearl?
Oh, I'm just having a day, just a normal day. I'm not distraught.
It is snowing here, and so
it is raining here.
Jack went out.
Big fat drops.
Yeah, he went over in the next township to help his brother push snow. So I thought I'll just come on. There ain't nobody here but me. And so I thought I'll just invite the girls in. Help his brother push snow. So
all right, I got my YouTube up now. I was using this is my new laptop. I cannot talk to Debbie just in chat with my computer. For some reason, it won't work. She can't hear me. So I'll always use my phone. So today I decided I'd use the laptop and see how that went. Normally I do it backwards. I use that one for StreamYard. So you get to see more of my mess.
Yes.
See all those linens that need to go away?
Yeah, I was going to say, Pearl, show them that place you live in. My God, keep after her to keep having more sales. I forgot Mary was selling today. So Mary's on today. And I forgot. So I thought, well, we'll just stay on for a little bit and chat. And
yeah, it sounds fun.
I'm slow stitching. Here, I'll show you what let's see, what am I doing?
I wanted to see the bee stuff.
Well, this is when it gets done, this is what it be. See, I've already stitched on the honey
Pull it
bee.
down a little bit. I just see a tiny edge of it. There we go. Oh, that's awesome, Debbie.
And then I cut a little bee out of one of the other ones, and I got a little flower and welcome. So
that's cute.
This is what I'm working on today.
I like that.
So I'm making 6 or 8 of those, and I showed all the girls what I'd already made. So
Bonnie's been shoveling snow for an hour.
I believe that. I think they got we didn't get this much as they say we're going to. I think it's over, but I don't know. Jack went down to help his brother, so.
Yeah. Well, I went to the post office and got drenched and came back and did my dishes and had a phone call with my son. That's what I've been on the phone with him for a little while. We don't get a chance to talk very often. So we talked for a little while. I got my dishes done and warmed up the pizza. So that's what I've been doing. So now it's time to clean this desk off and get busy.
What are you going to do
You
today,
know,
Pearl?
I don't know. I've got to think about it. I've got to think about where all the bits and pieces are. That's the problem. They're all over the place.
What you going to make a neutral one? You going to make a colorful one? What are you going to make?
I could do any of the above. I need to think about it. I need to think about everything. Is
told me this morning that Gina's going to sell on Saturday.
Yeah.
Pretty good because she's been sick, so she's going to sell. And then our friend Angela had a seizure, fell and broke her nose, and she sent me a picture. Boy, she's all black and blue because
that's terrible.
Monday. So she's going to sell again whenever she gets to feeling better. So you can watch chat, Pearl, and see who's going on. I'm trying to watch.
Patty's here, and Zan, and Kath Sachs, and Wilhelmina, and Alina.
Yeah, I've seen all them come in. And Kath, you got a piece of felt and some fabric working?
Wendy Kay, and Glennis is here.
Yeah.
Carol's here.
Yeah, we need to get on one time and do shoes. See how JMH does her shoes. Everybody talks about her shoes.
I know. I meant to go and look for that, and I didn't. And I need to do that. Let me move that a little bit so you're not seeing that light right in your eyeballs. I hate it when that happens. It's very distracting to me. Of course, it doesn't take much. There's Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Bonnie, I tell you what, the rain here, it's cold. It's not freezing. It's not like at Debbie's house, but I'm a Southerner, so it's cold. And the raindrops were just big fat blobs. And I'm going to turn this up, and turn it around. I've got to have a little bit more light with what I'm trying to do. So it's not like having the circle in your face.
See, and I can't post in 3 Hens and a Chick since I'm banned off Facebook. So you girls can't see what I'm doing. I think I'm going to post on Instagram. Like, I think Instagram's okay. It's just figuring out how to do it. I don't know how to post on Instagram.
Yeah. Bonnie said her broken nose is healing slowly. You know, once we get past 40, really 40, and every decade after that, it takes our body longer and longer to heal.
It sure does.
I'm trying to be really careful, and because just the thought of falling on this tile, I try to be especially careful.
Nana, are you here home today or are you at school?
Hey, Nana.
You got a snow day?
Kat says she's jumping to it, Debbie.
She better jump right to it, by golly. Somebody better be jumping to it. And
Bonnie, I'm 70, and I have to remind myself, it's like, wait a minute, you're not 40 anymore.
Yeah.
I had to give up chainsaws and climbing ladders and all that stuff. She's home because her husband had a doctor's appointment, so she went with him. Oh,
gotcha. Okay.
I thought I was going to get to have Liam for a few days, but they're out of school Friday, Monday, and Tuesday for teachers' conferences and things. And Lisa took the time off, and I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she's able to do that. But I was kind of disappointed too, but that's okay. I got things I need to get done. First of all, it's the top of this desk. Just got to clean it off and stack. Now, that linen pile looks worse because I was digging through linens for Debbie yesterday, so she gets some credit for that.
Yeah. I always get the credit.
Gotta give somebody the credit, Debbie. I can't take all the credit.
Yeah. Oh, let me show you let me show you girls what I've been doing. And you can give me some input there. Let me finish this piece. I'm almost to get it done. I got a knot in my thread. Let me get this piece finished off, and then I'll show you what I done with. I've been wanting embroidered. Of course, I had embroidered linens from Pearl, and of course I've used them and sold them and done whatever. So she got me some more. So let me
In the
show
mail
you.
today. I got out in the rain, in the cold rain for Debbie.
Well, let me show you what I'm doing now. What I got done. Oh, here it is right here. Let me get this out of the way. I have been cutting up.
Where?
Well, this was a tablecloth I got from Pearl, that's all embroidered. So I'm going to, slow stitch that around. These were like embroidered linens that I got from Pearl. Well, I get all mine from Pearl. So I got all this. And then I'm going to slow stitch around all this stuff. Isn't this cute? So I'm going to put this on pieces and slow stitch.
Can't see it.
You can't? Why can't you?
I see it now.
Okay. Yeah, I had my thing up too high. So anyway, I've been cutting around embroidered linens. And so I'm going to embroider around them.
It's always Debbie's fault, Patty.
It's a butterfly.
Gotta blame somebody. It can't be me all the time.
I know it's always my fault, Patty, but it's okay. I got big shoulders.
She's got big shoulders. She can handle it.
There's a pretty bow. But see what you do if you have embroidered linens. And then I'm going to sew around all these pieces. This was a great big tablecloth, and look at the pretty flowers. So I got that. What else do I have in here? See, I mean, this could be a really pretty book cover. So I'm going to put it on a big piece of felt and decorate it, because that would be pretty on a book cover. I thought this would be pretty on a book cover. So I'm going to slow stitch around all those.
You've got 1,000 skeins of yarn coming.
That's what I need.
Yarn, embroidery floss.
Here, Pearl, I've been hoarding those tea towels I got from you. And look what I did. I'm going to make a book cover out of them.
Those are going to be pretty, Debbie.
I know. Isn't that be pretty on a piece of felt where they can put it on a book? So I've been hoarding them because I tried to make a book cover out of the linen, but they just didn't set right on there. So I thought, I'm cutting them up. They're not doing me any good sitting in a tote.
Well, the nice thing is you can use different colors you can put another piece underneath that.
Oh, yeah. See, I've got that.
But then you can put it down on top of anything.
I know.
Well, see, I have pretty prints.
Yeah, I have this pretty feed sack. I have this piece of feed sack. Isn't this just wonderful? Look at that piece.
Oh, I like that one. I don't have any of that one, Debbie. Why don't I have that one?
Well, I don't know. I thought that's some old I've had. And then see, I just love this feed sack. So I'm going to I'm going to use this, somehow incorporate this in the backing and make a book cover, with these tea towels. You got this butterflies, Pearl?
I don't know. I'd have to go look, and I'd have to climb over some things to look. So anyway, I'm not sure.
I'm going to use all my feed sacks up that I've got so many of. So anyway, I'm hoping to sell the 1st of March. And I'll probably get antsy and sell before then, but probably around the 1st of March I'll sell. But yeah, I thought these things were just wonderful, these tea towels. So they're going to be incorporated in either a belly band, a pocket, or a book cover. So that's what you can do with your embroidered linens. Cut them up and slow stitch with them. Pearl sent me a whole box full today.
Big box. I'm trying to get things out of here.
I got lots to do. So anyway, I've been looking at these bees, and I thought I'm going to work them up real quick, because I can get these done today or sooner and then start on something else. So anyway, I thought, well, we'll just work on bees today. And then I thought, well, I'll do a digi, and I will make a little scrappy book that you can use to incorporate in your journal. So I'll make a B tag, and I'll make something else to go with it so that you can incorporate paper and the slow stitching.
That's a good idea.
So they'll have that. Thank you, Kath. Appreciate that so much. So anyway, what are you girls playing around with today on this cold winter day?
I am cutting this Battenberg tablecloth up right now.
And if there's anything you girls are wanting, let me know. I could probably whip it up for you. I am going to see who asked about my dolls. Was that Alina? I am going to make. I didn't make them last year because I was, gone that 10 days with Jack in that hotel. So I made the tea bag stuff. I am going to make some Santa ornaments. I am going to probably make a couple more of Santa Clauses like I used to make, because I got some wonderful quilts from Pearl.
Well, the primitives are coming back now too.
And so I'm thinking about, I'm going to do some Santa and snowman ornaments, and maybe do a couple of Santa Clauses. Lamina is sending me some sheep's wool, so it'll be made with Woolly's wool and old quilts. I met a girl on eBay, and I got a couple of quilts from her, just dirt cheap. She messaged me this morning and sent me pictures of 3 more she had, and so I scarfed them up in a big hurry.
That's awesome, Debbie.
They're cutters, and they're pink, and one of them's kind of reddish, and so they're pretty wonderful quilts. And so I scarfed those up, and so I want to make some. I would love to make some bow fillers out of some of the quilts, but this is Junk Journaling Channel. I don't know if I can get the girls interested in like bowl fillers and crafts like I used to make. I mean, are you girls interested in handmade crafts?
Cass said that looks wonderful, Debbie, and she said she's been jackpotting items for a bee journal sometime.
Well,
what you're working on is going to be a wonderful addition. Okay. Alina says she collects dolls.
I know. I used to too, Alina, and then I finally sent them home with my daughter-in-laws because they're too hard to dust. And I have a couple back there in the bedroom that I tried to get Jess to take home, and she wouldn't take. Maybe I'll send them to you because they are. I didn't make them, but I had a girlfriend down south that used to craft shows with her, and she made dolls, and she always, every year, she made Jess a doll when she was little, and I saved them for her. Well, she doesn't really want them all. She took what she wanted, and they're wonderful dolls. So maybe you would enjoy them, and I can send them to somebody that would enjoy them.
Yep. And then Cass says nothing's better than Woolly's wool.
Yep.
Bonnie said my package still hasn't moved, Deb.
Oh my God. I sent that on January 29th, and she is 4 hours from me.
Well, I sent a package once when I was selling on eBay that took 2 months, and it went to almost every state in the union before it ever got to her.
Isn't that something?
Wendy said, thank you for sharing, Debbie. So fun to see. Beautiful things and great ideas.
Well,
and Alina said, wow, that would be awesome.
All right. I'll see if I can find them dolls. I had them out one time for Jessica to take home, and she didn't want to take them. So I got to figure out what I did with them. And if you would enjoy them, I would love for you to have them, Alina.
I made dolls for my daughters, but they, there wasn't anything I did Raggedy Ann and Andy and Cabbage Patch for them because that was really popular at the time, but they didn't save any of them.
Mine were all real primitive, torn skirts with homespun, grungy,
Yeah.
Osnaburg aprons, and a lot of them had painted faces. It's back when primitives were real big, and out east,
Yeah.
primitives were real big. So
Yeah.
I went out to Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, and Gettysburg, and Edison, New Jersey. We would take a trailer. Jack made furniture out of old barn siding, so he'd get it all
Ooh,
prepped and ready to go, and then we'd take the pieces, and then he'd sit in the parking lot and finish it before the show started because we couldn't haul our trailer. We didn't have a big enough trailer to haul finished product, so he would
yeah.
put it all together in the parking lot, and so you weren't allowed to sell before the show opened. Well, they all stood around, and all them ladies just loved Jack. They stood around, watched him put all this furniture together. He's so bashful. He said, "Oh, I just hate this," because he was so bashful. And, he didn't like to talk to anybody. And so he that the ladies would say, "Well, I want this and this," so he just put their name on a little piece of paper and put it on. They come pay for it when the show opened. So pretty much Jack's furniture was sold out, before the show even opened.
Okay, I said my girls, all three, got tall, bald, naked dolls for Christmas one year. The time just got away from her that year. Alina said she used to make Cabbage Patch dolls years and years ago.
Boy, when they were big, you couldn't hardly get by one made.
Yeah.
And of course, where we live, we had a big oil boom here, at Texas and Oklahoma. We had a whole bunch of oil boom. And of course, I cleaned all the offices for the big shots, and I washed all the help's clothes. I worked for them, made big money. And Jess wanted a Cabbage Patch doll. And I mean, every place you went, and I, was on a waiting list. You couldn't get it. Well, his name was Smokey. They were oilies. He said, "Well, I can get you one, Debbie." I said, "No, there's no way you can get Jess. Don't you worry. I'll get her one." Well, you know what? He went back to Oklahoma and brought Jess back a Cabbage Patch doll for Christmas.
Oh, that was nice.
Hog heaven. I know, it was wonderful. I tried and tried to get a Cabbage Patch doll, and there was no way I could get one.
All right. Trying to get it pinned straight so I can just cut it and I don't want to tear it.
Cabbage Patch Kittens. Glennis, I didn't know they had Cabbage Patch Kittens.
I didn't either.
That's something.
Now it's all about the Build-A-Bear thing, or it was for a while. I think even that's kind of played out.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Is any girls even into dolls anymore? You never hear what's the famous doll today. Of course, I'm 70, so Jessica's 43, so she ain't into dolls. But
yeah, my daughters were never into dolls. They played with them a little bit with friends and things, but they were always outside playing.
Well, Jessica's birthday was the 9th, and I bought her a she shed, and she is so happy. We went down, paid for it on Saturday. The Mennonites are going to build it here, and I couldn't believe the price. It was really cheap for what I thought I was going to have to pay. And so Jessica got a she shed for her birthday, and today she went and picked up a cupboard. There's a guy 50 miles from us that makes furniture. So today her and Rex went down and picked up this cupboard to go in her she shed. And with that cupboard, he made that cupboard. They're new, but
we can't see it, Debbie. We can just see the bottom of your phone. There we go. Oh, that's nice.
$100 for that cupboard.
Wow.
Yeah. So she has one in her living room in her house. And so she wanted some. So it's new, but he makes it look old, shabby chic it. So she went down and picked this cupboard up today for her she shed.
That's nice.
Yeah. My Jessica works real hard. She's raised 2 boys on her own, and she's real frugal. She doesn't spend any money, and she's mentioned this, several times. Mom, I want a she shed. She reads a lot, and we're out, so she's an outside person. So I told her this year, I said, Jess, I'm buying you a she shed for your birthday. No, you're not, Mom. I said, well, yes, I am. So she picked out what she wanted, and we went down and got this shed. I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. Let's see. I thought I had a picture of it. I'm looking.
Kath said, talking about the doll he got for Jessica, he made Mama Debbie as happy as he made Jessica.
Yes, she did. Oh, where's the she shed at? I'll have to have her send me a picture.
They're taking a lot of those and turning them into tiny homes now.
Well, he makes a log cabin that's just cute as a book. 35,000, and it's all finished and ready to go.
Take a lot of money to get it down here, though.
Yeah. Well, I paid $6,200, and that's set up and delivery, and it's 10 by 16.
That's not bad. That's a nice size.
I thought it was really. Oh, Jess just said Channel 10, which is our local station here in Mount Sterling, said Joanne's Fabric in Quincy will be among 500 of them that are closing.
Whoa.
So
I have a feeling the one near Lisa will close. The one here, closest to me now, I don't think will close, but I could be surprised.
yeah, we went last Saturday and the shelves were just bare and everything was on sale. 40 and
be a
off.
blessing, almost like Tuesday morning closing.
For you.
Don't shop there anymore.
But you have a million. My whole house is a she shed. Mine too, Wally.
Yep.
Mine too, darling.
Bonnie said most of hers is.
Jack has a reclining chair that he sits in and his bed, and he needs a path from there to there. And then I pushed this rolling cart back over to his chair the other night, and he said, "You're getting in my space." I said, "How much space do you want?" Well, I'd like to have 2 foot around my chair. And so I kind of got in his space a little. And Jack is too. He's a really good sport.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. No, I'm out of frame from sewing. What is that?
My daughters don't like it, but they don't come to visit. Liam doesn't care, so we're okay. I usually wind up making him a little fort somewhere. He always likes to do that. Bonnie says she has 3 entire rooms dedicated to crafts.
No. There. Now can you see me sewing?
Yes.
I can see my chest, but it's all right. I've got to hold it close to me to sew. So anyway, who's got a piece of felt with some fabric sewing around? Is anybody working on anything? You know me, it's audience participation.
I'm cutting a tablecloth, Debbie.
Well, that's audience participation, Pearl.
I've been meaning to do this and cut this Battenberg tablecloth up into pieces, and I just kept putting it off, so. Decided to get her done today. I'm doing some bundles. I'm not giving any hints.
You're not?
I said I'm not giving any hints as to what the bundles are about, but I'm doing some bundles. I'm going to go pick Liam up after school tomorrow. Going to try to do that. I can't do it every week, but at least every other week. Go up and pick him up.
Well, that's fun, and just spend a little time together. And
Bonnie says she makes soap and candles too.
Yes.
Bonnie says she crafts from her bed. Forget ever getting into the closets.
Well, I craft from my lap, Glennis. I don't
Yeah.
have a work table. I'm sitting here. I bought this ironing board from Sean, and so
I love mine.
I work on this, or then I got a mat underneath this that I work on. So yes,
This is the biggest tablecloth I think I've ever had.
how are you? Were you cutting it into like fat quarters? How are you cutting it?
Well, I've cut it in half long ways now, and I'm going to see how I can cut it side to side so that everybody gets lots of the Battenberg pieces. So and I'm used to having a table that I can use my rotary cutter and just whiz through it, but it is what it is right now.
To go see what time Mary's selling. 3:00, but I don't know what that means. 3:00, what time?
Well, if she's 3,
If that's 3 my time, 3.
no, she's Pacific time. So 3 her time is,
I don't want to interfere with that.
it's 5 your time, 6 my time. I printed out a map, y'all. Because when I'm sitting there and my brain's busy with other stuff, I just pull the map out and look at it. For the longest time, I thought Wendy was in California. Because I had never heard of California, Pennsylvania.
I'm trying to look. Let's see.
Oh, I talked to her today, Debbie.
Who?
Wendy. About the thing we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, this is big.
It's 2:12, 3:00. So let's see. Oh, it's live in 2 hours. So it's live in 2 hours my time.
Yeah.
So 2:00. So
No bleeding on the white fabric.
all right. Let's see. And Jess says, "Mom, what are you doing?" I said, "Well."
Uh-oh. I've got to go get a new phone, and I hate it when I do that because then you have to figure everything out again.
All right. So here is Jess's shed. It's kind of a weird picture that she sent. Anyway, it's going to have a double door, and it has 2 windows on the front, but she wanted 2 more windows on the back, so we had 2 more windows put in it. But that's kind of what it looks like. It's going to look like a barn. I thought she was
That's going to be cute.
Oh, there's what it looks like from the front.
I like that, Debbie.
I know it's going to be really cute. And
well, she's going to have some rafters to be able to store some things.
There's
up
2
on top.
lofts inside of it.
Yeah, awesome.
2 lofts inside, and plenty of floor space. Yeah, it comes with a ladder, and I already showed him that. She said, "This is the cupboard I got today," which I already showed him. But
we're excited for you, Jess.
I know. And Rex is going to put a little porch on the front of it for her.
Oh, good.
So, oh, she's saying this is the other one he had, but it was too tall.
Yeah.
So he's having a pie cupboard made and a chimney cupboard to go in the shed.
Oh, good.
It was too tall for the building, but
yeah.
We like his work, so he does.
I see that tatting over there on your thing.
Yeah.
What you doing with all that tatting?
Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
It is cool, isn't it, Bonnie?
I have this.
Uh-huh. I see. I see.
I'm trying to find my other thing.
I have a little stash, but I don't have that much. I usually put that in my boxes, some of that in my boxes when I do a box.
Trying to put some on everybody's snippet. And then I have this tote.
Oh, wow. You've got tons of tatting.
I have tatting. I've been hoarding it for years, and I am going to use it now. I'm using it.
There you go. Rebecca says, it looks familiar. How are you doing, Rebecca?
Yeah, I got most of it from Rebecca. What I didn't get from Pearl, but yeah, most of it I got from Rebecca. Or if I bought pillowcases and stuff that had on the end of it and I took it off. But yep, most of it I got from Rebecca.
All right, let's see how it looks.
That's my word, Bonnie. Use. That was my word. I said this my word for this year is use.
Use it.
Stop hoarding and use it. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I've used up stuff that I've been hoarding for years.
I'm praying for you, Rebecca. I know you're going through such a hard time.
When are you having your surgery, Rebecca?
There.
When is it? From your bed, you might just have to craft and chat so that you have company, so you're not alone all the time. That's me.
Yeah.
I was born today. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out to do some paper with my slow stitching. Trying to
You
figure
said
out
it's March the 4th, Debbie, so that's coming up.
That's coming up. Yes, ma'am.
Let me put it on my calendar. I've gotten bad about not putting things on my calendar and then I can't remember. Okay. You're going through a really tough time, but let me tell you from experience, it's not going to last forever. It's going to get better. When my daughter was sick, I thought that kind of thing was never going to end, but it did. She got better. She's doing great now. But it seems like it's never going to get better, but it does. All right.
That's pretty tight there. Well, I thought this slow stitching would be hard, but it's pretty easy.
Well, you're doing it in a fun way. It's not like you're trying to make a picture with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Takes the stress off of it because you're not trying to create an image.
Well, and
You're
I'm
doing
not,
some
I
pretty
don't
things.
overthink anything. I mean, I just
Yeah.
lay the fabric down and away I go. So I'm not overthinking it at all.
I'm an overthinker. It's hard.
Yeah, you are, Pearl. You are an overthinker.
I am. I admit it, Debbie. I admitted it. You don't have to rub it in.
I know. I mean, her kits are wonderful. I'm not going to say they're not, but boy.
I do overthink it. That is just me.
Well, girls, I'm going to have to do a giveaway pretty soon because we got 19 people in here.
That's awesome.
I'll just give away one of my little slow stitchers
There you go.
for the girls hanging out today because I appreciate it so much.
Is anybody doing anything special for Valentine's?
Just another day. Jack's brother was real sentimental. He's passed away now, but he was always sentimental and always bought his wife gifts and always done, things. Not that Jack don't do things because he does a lot for me, but he was going downtown to buy Luann flowers for Valentine's Day. This has been 25 years ago. And he said, Jack, you want to go downtown and to the flower shop? And Jack said, I didn't leave anything downtown. So I didn't get any flowers for Valentine's Day.
Hey, Lori B, how are you doing?
Hey, Lori B.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'll do a little something for Liam. I think I told most of y'all may have heard that Liam wanted that Lego Eiffel Tower. That is, Bonnie's going to make a cheesecake and eat the whole thing.
Bonnie.
Liam is 8 and he's been getting money, holidays, Christmas, birthdays, and all that kind of stuff. So he got all of his money together, and his other grandmother gave him a little bit of money, and I'm giving him a little bit. Lisa ordered it last night.
Oh, she did. You mean you can buy it? It's in stock?
Well, it's not going to ship for a few weeks, but at least they're giving a ship date. They weren't even giving a ship date for a while. And it's like, I can't conceive of spending that much money on Lego. And then it's over 5 feet tall. What are you going to do with it after it's together? No, but it's not my problem.
Put it together again.
He'll have it put together in a weekend. And then what are you going to do?
And then he'll be ready for something else.
Glenna says, we've been together for 43 years going out for dinner.
Oh, that'll be nice, Glennis. That will be nice. I think I'll just stay in by the fire.
Yep.
We went in Super Bowl Sunday to friends. And they cooked fish and stuff. And of course, it's in a garage and there's heat there, but I just freeze to death. And so Aaron went out and bought me a electric heater so I could sit by the heater to stay warm so I would come. It's pretty nice of you to do that for me. So I just left out the heater.
Hey, Jen Miller.
Hey, Jen. How are you?
Oh, I don't boycott it, but I'll get Liam a little something. Actually giving him money so he can finish paying for his Lego.
Boycott Valentine's Day. Well, you're right. You got so many kids by the time you fill Easter baskets and do Valentine's things. Christ, we're in the price of candy. We can't hardly afford to do anything anymore.
Yep.
It'll be time to fill an Easter basket. Cody's going to work in Maine and he's leaving on Friday. We're in Illinois. And so he puts solar panels up. And so the company changed hands in Illinois and there's no jobs yet. And so he's going to Maine and I'm just worried sick. I said, well, you better give me the address you're at and let me know. He's going to drive to Pennsylvania and stay over and then go to Maine. But
that is so nice, Lori. Lori B said after 20 years of asking for some crepe myrtles, she's finally getting 3 for Valentine's Day, 2 whites and a pink.
Oh my. J Mac's always talking about her crepe myrtles. I don't
They're
know.
pretty. I like them.
I guess I don't really know what they are.
I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's almost like wisteria on a tree.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of drape and almost like a wisteria bloom on a tree. Lisa's got a couple. They lost one of their bigger trees, had to have it cut down. All right. There's a pen. I'm stabbing myself. I know you are. That's exciting, Lori. I love I don't garden because my allergies were always so bad. I never gardened a lot, but I love to go to gardens. We have Gibbs Gardens, not too far off. It was closer when I lived with Lisa or lived up there. But I'm going to have Liam this summer. Not the whole summer, but most of it. And so we'll be going up there from time to time. I love to go up there and see everything blooming.
Yeah.
My dream, I would love to go to the Netherlands and see the tulips, but I would be just as happy to be able to go out to Washington and Oregon and see the tulip fields.
Patty, what kind of prints are you working on? I haven't bought any lately because I got so many of the other ones that I need to work up, but what kind of prints are you working on? I need to incorporate some slow stitching in with those ladies, those girls I got. I probably got fabric to do that.
Oh, that's awesome, Lori B. Somebody else is going to put it in. That's fantastic.
Don't know how to categorize my name. When are you going to be selling them again? I know, I think I was not home the night you sold them that one time. When are you selling again?
You got to stop going anywhere, Debbie.
I know.
Sometime in March, she says.
Okay.
Have I missed anybody? Oh, Jen, you're funny. I don't do anything particular for Valentine's. I would for the kids and stuff like that. Just little stuff. We never went overboard. And the grandkids, I don't go overboard. Just do a little something. All right. I need to think of something else to do. Embossing is too noisy.
Oh, it ain't that noisy. You're the only one that worried about that noise.
I know.
What are you embossing?
I want to do more of those roses.
Those one ladies, Patty, what, let's see, not the girls, but would you call those Victorian ladies? What would you call the ladies you made? I'm trying to see how I can incorporate some slow stitching in with those because I got several of those and I really liked them. Would you call those Victorian era ladies? The ones kind of remind me of flappers, but they're not flappers. That they were kind of the turquoise, but the other ones with the long dresses, what would you call those eras of ladies you made? Oh, I'm so sorry, Lola. Sick with the stomach flu.
Oh, that's terrible, Lola.
From the sale. Did you have
gosh, I don't even remember. I can't remember what I did 10 minutes ago.
She's going to have a pop-up, Lola. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, Debbie, you sewed your welcome to the back of that.
I'm sorry, Debbie. Sounds like something I would do.
Oh, dang it. Maybe Friday, Lola. We'll see.
Yeah. I need to do another pop-up. And then I'll be invoicing after my next Tuesday sale. And I've got to get things up to the auction house again. So I've got to focus on that a little bit next week. I thought I was going to get a laser printer.
Get what? What would you say, Pearl?
I said I thought I was going to get a laser printer in this auction, but I got outbid. I wasn't going to go that high.
Edwardian.
It's the ones I'm thinking of, and yes, Victorian Edwardian.
Yes.
Thank you, Lola. Just send me an email, and I can let you know. I think, Lola, that with embroidery, you've got a particular pattern you're doing, and even with slow stitching, you can too. But what Debbie's doing is just doing random little things to add to something else. Show her your what you're working on.
See this? I don't overthink things. I just throw
it
stuff
down, Debbie. We can't only see the bottom little bit of it. There we go.
There, that was just a yellow sheet. This was old Lucina's Girls on Fabric, and I bought tons of her kits. And so that is just, I was just going to bullpen this on a glassine bag and then make a tag with one of these little girls. Well, see this, I was going to, you could put it on the front of a book cover. So, and
like
then
that.
The tatting. Yep. And
there's tons of videos out there on slow stitching, and they all do it different, Lola. So it's kind of, you can just come up with your own little plan. It's just learning a few stitches. You don't have to do.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do, elaborate stitches or elaborate patterns.
No, this was a tablecloth I got from Pearl. It was wonderful, and it had blue and greens in it. So yeah, it's just a putting down pieces of fabric and sewing, and then I did lots of
French knots.
And yeah, I just coordinated the fabrics that was underneath this tablecloth. So
this and you can do like a little daisy. You make daisies and, just simple things.
Yeah, there's tons of videos on the 5 favorite stitches girls do, but this was a piece of fabric. And so I just stitched around the Eiffel Tower and stitched around the bird and put tatting on it. And yeah, it's just a matter of just throwing fabric down. Don't overthink it. Just
exactly. She said those are darling, simple, and not overthought. Thought it was a new name for embroidery.
Yeah.
She said thanks for the show and tell.
It's you don't overthink it. You just throw fabric down. See these? I'm sewing this on, but I just put down 3 pieces of fabric on a piece of brown felt and sewed it around, and I got these things from Pearl. So I'm sewing this on top of it, Lola, and then I'm going to put a welcome on there. And then one of those other pieces had a beehive I cut out of it. And then it has this little just strip of flowers. And then I'll make French knots around on. See, I'll put French knots in these daisies. I'll put French knots in there and a French knot in that welcome. So just stitches after you stitch on.
Yep, just stitching, just, just making pretty things without having to give it a lot of thought and stick to a pattern.
Yeah.
Having to just follow somebody else's pattern. I did counted cross stitch for years, and I love that. But then I went to work and didn't have time anymore, and I just stopped and never picked it back up. So I'm trying to think. Thinking's hard today. What do I want to do?
Yeah, I think, that's what I think, hand stitching, but they just named it in our generation or this new generation slow stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think counted cross stitching would be hard.
I liked it. I mean, at the time when I did it, my mother-in-law was sick, and I was taking her to doctor's appointments and hospitals, and it was something I could take with me to work on, and that's why I did. That's when I did a lot of that.
Did you have to count all them stitches? You have to count though,
Yeah,
right?
you have to count the stitches. That's why they call it counted cross stitch.
And that to me would be ooh.
Yep, you're counting your little squares. Yeah, and when you mess up, it's a mess to go back and try to fix it.
Yeah.
I only messed one up to the point where I just wouldn't go back. I just tossed it. Other than that, it went pretty well. But I didn't choose, giant, huge projects either. But for most of my life, sewing was what I enjoyed the most.
Yeah, most people, use little embroidery needles. Here's my needle, Lola. It's a turkey skewer. I have no filling in this hand. I had carpal tunnel surgery, and I don't think it worked. And so I have a hard time gripping. So this needle works fine for me. So I like it. It's got a big eye where I can't thread a needle. So
that's my problem, is threading a needle.
I bought a couple of needle threaders, and I bought one at Joann's the other day, Pearl, and I don't know how to work it. You're going to have to show me how to thread a needle. It's a bird, but I can't figure out how to. It's just got a little steel rod. I don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So I like a big-eyed, long needle. It goes through my fabric and felt just fine, so I'm happy with it.
Well, it works, and you're working on things that you don't need delicate stitches for.
I know, and mine is by far not perfect. It's primitive. That's what I am. Primitive entry, and so it works okay for me.
Yeah. She's one big ass needle.
It is one big ass.
It works. You do you. That's what we have to do, isn't it? Just do ourselves and not worry about anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I've brought embroidery needles. I got needles. I bought all these needles from Pearl, and them eyes are so little, I can't even put a piece of thread through them, Pearl.
Well, that's when you got to have that threader.
Oh my, they are
tiny. Here on my table. I have everything else on my table. I should have one of those, but I don't see it. What you do with that little, it's got the little like squishy wire that looks like a diamond shape.
No, this does not have a squishy wire. This has that silver thing. And so there's no hole in it. There's nothing. So how do you thread a needle with that?
Beats the heck out of me. You'd have to send that down here to me and I could play with it and see, but I don't know. I've got one of those other kinds. I use that sometimes. I don't read
the instructions either. I don't know. Can't find mine right now, but I have a big one somewhere that I use. But yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I'll have to see if Jess can figure it out.
Finished taking this wedding dress apart. Today is my day to not be on the computer. I don't mean this, but typing. Giving my arm a break.
Yeah, about a half an hour. We'll better get off because Mary will be coming on to sell.
Well, Carol just put in that it's going to be 4 Eastern time.
So that's 3.
3 your time.
Oh,
it's well, too much right now.
I thought it said in 2 hours, Carol. So maybe I'm wrong. I went there and looked, and it said it was going to be live in 2 hours. go back and look again. All right. So I have sat here this morning and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 with 3 pieces of fabric on it and the honeybee. So now it's time to put on the welcome.
Yep, Deb, when you look on YouTube, it tells you your time.
It said 2 hours. That's what I looked at. That's why I always go look, because it tells me my time. Let me go look. Let me go look. 2:12, 3 o'clock it says. So it says live in 109 minutes at 3 o'clock my time. So that's
an hour
right.
and a half.
Yep. That's it. I think I'm locked up here.
I am not going back outside today in this rain, not for anything. Well, if I had to go get Liam, I would do that. But for anything else, I'm not going back outside. It's nasty.
Yeah, it's cold here. All right, there we go. So time for the next step. So that would be close.
Yeah, it's 2:11 here now. From when Patty said it's only 2:09 Eastern time right now, so it's 1:09 your time.
Yep.
Debbie Banksy said, "Deb, I sent a bunch of embroidery floss to you today." So did I, Debbie. I sent a huge box.
I'm gonna take it because the other day at Joann's it was 66 cents, but we got it for 53. But I don't know. I've already went through all that. I'm going through lots of embroidery floss.
Well, I sent priority, so you should get it pretty quick.
That's what I need. I mean, I got some, but the colors aren't.
You're using all 6 strands, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, a lot of people just pull 1 or 2 strands and use 1 or 2 strands.
No, I'm using all 6.
Well, see, that's where the crewel embroidery thread might be better for you, Debbie, because it's thicker.
I don't know if I like this beehive on there now. It's covering up everything I'm doing. It's too big.
Deb, what is the name of that needle? Nana wants to know. Sheila wants to know, what is the name of that needle threader?
Oh gosh, Nana. I think I threw the thing away. I don't know, my love. I don't know. I don't know. I threw the packaging away.
And the instructions too, I'm sure.
Well, I couldn't read it.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't resist, Debbie.
I couldn't read it.
I do the same thing.
So I thought, well, heck, how hard could it be to use? I got it at Joann's Fabrics. Nana, if you go over to Joann's, maybe you'll see it. But
you can probably look it up on the internet. Rebecca says, I'm making some extraordinary day. I'm making some extraordinary dangles today.
Good for you.
A good thing I can read typo. I have to because I do it all the time.
I'll text Jessica and ask her what it's called, Nana.
close that and close that. All right. Okay. It's called a Fabini. And what you do, Debbie, is you push that green button forward.
What green button? There ain't no
Not a
green
green
button.
button on there.
No, it's just a little bird with a hole in it.
A bird with a hole in it. Let me see.
I think you pull his beak down to cover that silver point.
Oh, I see now. I see.
But yeah, there ain't no. It's just all it is a little silver rod.
All right.
And there ain't no hole in it to put your embroidery floss through.
Fabini.
I told Jess to send a picture of it. Maybe she'll send it here in a minute.
All right. Here is. I didn't want to see it again. I want to know how to use it. All right. Whip. Up. Turn that off. All right, there's the picture. So you pull the little clear thing up.
Yes.
It looks like you put your thread around this little notch on the end of the thing.
There ain't no notch on the end of it, Pearl. It's just a little silver bar.
Okay, wait a minute. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I'm going to send you this, okay? Oh, you push that through the eye of the needle.
Okay.
And
I
then,
did that.
Oh, she's showing all the needle sizes. We don't need to know that, dear. We just want to know how to use the needle threader. Then there is a little tiny, tiny notch on the end of its beak. So you put your needle on that metal piece all the way down to the little bird's face. And then you loop your thread around that little notch. And then you pull the needle back out over that, and it threads the needle.
All right, you better send me that.
I will. I don't want one like that, though. All right.
Oh, Sheila said she found it too. When we get on, Nana, I'll see if we can thread this needle. So I went ahead and cut around the beehive, so it was a lot smaller, and I'm just sewing around the beehive. That way it made it a lot smaller to fit in my little square. Got it, Pearl.
Okay, good. It's pretty simple once you watch it, but she shows you a lot of other unnecessary stuff, but just kind of speed through it. Once you see it, it's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, but...
Well, right now I'm not using any little needles, but I thought I might have to. So I bought this needle threader, and I thought, well, it's the only one Joanne's had. All their shelves were empty.
Yeah.
And so if you had rewards, you've lost it then, right?
Yeah, they took them all off. They took that off, I think, a week or so ago.
Yeah, because
it's off the app.
Probably didn't have that many, but
I don't think I had it. I had just used what I had. So, but anything that I bought in between didn't count.
find out when it's going out of business, when they're having their big sales. I don't want to buy a whole bunch of fabrics though. Ugh.
Mm-mm. No, I've cut way down on the amount of fabric I buy.
I mean, because everybody's, if you bought it to resell, everybody will be going to Joann's to buy fabric. So
Yep.
I didn't see this bee stuff you got. I mean, where'd you get these little things? Did this come from
Joann's. I got it at Joann's.
I didn't see any bee stuff.
Well, that's why I bought more than I usually buy, because it was different and unusual.
I mean, is it like, is this there's when you first go into my Joann's, there's a rack that, has new arrivals or whatever. It had some homespun 4th of July, and of course it had the Valentine stuff and had St. Patrick's, but what section is this?
That's with their, I forget what they call it, but it's like their $15, $14.99 a yard cottons. Because they have some that are $9.99, some that are $12.99.
So there, see, I just cut out cut around the little beehive and sewed it on.
Bonnie's saying she has the most boring job right now. She's sorting paper from her mega stacks of 12 by 12. Wilhelmina says, I love sorting paper, old or new. Wilhelmina said, I started some stitching stuff the other night, could not sew a button on. So what did I do? I got out some glue.
Well,
Bonnie has a 3-foot stack. I've been there, Bonnie. I've been there before I moved. I had, and I still have way too much. I'll be going through mine soon.
I wonder what Mary's going to be selling today.
She's got lots of good stuff.
Oh my, she's got lots of stuff.
All right, get a little bit of tulle. I'm tired of you.
I wonder if Nakia's homesick yet. She's been there. It'll soon be 2 weeks, I guess. Well, I think she's going home Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Keep telling Vanessa as soon as the weather clears up, I'm going to head up that way. She's only about 2 hours away from me.
Really?
And hit all the small town thrifts on the way and antique stores, because around here it's getting absolutely ridiculous. You go in the thrifts and it's like going into a little antique mall. Bonnie said, Nana forced me to go to a sale and I bought a ton of random paper. Well,
forced you to go to sale. Nana forced you to go to a sale.
And Wilhelmina says, unless Nakia takes all Mary's stuff home. So Mary might not have much to sell.
Well, I think this is her last day, Wooly, is that right? I don't think she's selling anymore, but my, she's got a pod outside that's full. So yeah, I don't know. All right, so there's my finished product, except I'll put some yellow.
Pull it down, Debbie. We can't see it. There we go, right there. Now now tip it up. Tip it up flat. There we go.
So there's my finished product, and then
That's cute. I sent you some more of those. I threw a thing of them in. They were already cut out, so I threw it in.
Get this yellow tatting I got.
Oh, look at that.
So I'll put some.
Sandy said she's going to sell once in a while now. Nakia won't be taking too much home with her because she's flying. She's flying home Saturday.
She's flying is right.
Who's cooking soup?
I don't know what Jack's got cooking, but it sure smells good over there.
Yeah.
So see, I'll have this piece of tatting on there, and then I'll put some then French knots and the flowers, and then I'll put some buttons on it. But there's my little bee.
And a bow.
I don't know if I'm putting bows on my stuff. I
A
don't
little
know.
tight one, Debbie, not long, fluffy things, but sometimes you need a little tight one.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Where the little strings aren't too long.
I could put a little jute one on these, I guess, but I know, Kath. I am a tatting freak.
Minestrone. There's always tomorrow. That's right, Carol. And I managed to escape cooking every single day. I did do a little pot roast the other day. And I've got some chicken I need to get in the crock pot in the morning. I didn't do it today. Basically stopped cooking.
And then I have some really cute bee charms. I got some real tiny ones, and then I got a big bee. So I'll put some charms on it to dangle from it.
That'll be cute.
And then I'll make something bee out of paper to go with it.
These sleeves are a pain in the...
The new station alert has arrived.
Oh, a new station alert. Our weather has downgraded, it says. Winter storm is downgraded.
They're really struggling down in the Tampa area. My son was telling me there's no work down there right now. And here they're about to have spring break, but so many of the condos and things are still not, they haven't been repaired, so they're not going to get a lot of that tourist business. It does, doesn't it, Kath? All right, Kath said, I've never seen such a roll like that. Debbie, where did you find that much?
I don't know. Rebecca, did I get that from you? I don't know where I got it. I've been collecting tatting for about, 5 or 6 years. So I don't have a clue, Kath, where I got it at. Did you see my big bundle that I got?
One of her best. Show her all of your big bundles, Debbie.
Yeah, I don't know. There's all my tatting. This I just got from Rebecca. She sold the other day. So I know this came from Rebecca. But yeah, I don't know where I got it all, but that's my tatting hoard. I don't know I don't know. I really don't know where I got this stuff. You know what? Lola, Vintage by Lola, she sent me a bunch of tatting one time. Lola, did this come from you? I know she sent me a bunch of tatting one time.
Yes, it's all beautiful, Deb.
I know.
And Gracie wants to know, Rebecca, do you do the tatting? Carol, I hope it's blows over.
And then I got all this. I put this on my something the other day. So yeah, I've been hoarding tatting for a long time, but it's time to use it, because who's going to get it? If I die tomorrow, Jess would not have a clue what to do with this. And I'm afraid
the burn pile.
Yeah, I'm afraid she'd take it right down to the burn pile.
All right, Debbie, put a note in the bin saying send to Pearl. Give her my address, okay?
Okay, I can do that.
Then I'll distribute it among all the ladies.
Okay.
But use it too. Use it.
Yeah, that's every piece that I'm hand stitching is going to have a piece of tatting on it. I try to buy from Rebecca when she sells it, but she always has lots of tatting. I've bought a lot from Rebecca.
And Debbie Vasey says, wow, what a talent. Cass says, no dying allowed, thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
But we all know it's going to happen one day. And I've been trying to get rid of stuff too, because my daughters wouldn't know what they would just take it all to the Goodwill.
See, I'm pretty sure this was Rebecca because this looks like her writing. It says $12. So see, tatting's not cheap.
No, it's not.
But I just have a fetish for tatting.
Well, it's just different from all the other stuff.
I know. And, I handcraft. So I thought a little piece doesn't cost that much to put on your stuff. So
yeah,
I'm putting in all of my hand stitched stuff and it'll say made with love. And it is made with love. There's no doubt about that, girls, because I love doing this handcrafted stuff. It's what Jessica says. She, now that she's been helping me a little bit, she goes on to all these shells. She says, Mom, you're the only one that sells handcrafted. She says, I get bored watching everybody else. I said, I know there isn't too many people, but Rebecca does handcrafted, but there's not too many that does handcrafted on YouTube that sell.
One sleeve.
What was it off of, a wedding dress?
Yep.
And then you're just going to cut it into pieces?
I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Nobody wanted the whole bodice, so I decided I would take the sleeves off. I may take some of that apart. I don't know. But I feel like if I have it in several pieces, it could be more affordable.
Yeah. Well,
So
not everybody wants a big piece, What me, I can't imagine buying 1 yard of anything.
Well, this was the bodice, Debbie. It's got so much on it.
Yes.
It was really pretty.
Well, can you cut appliques out of it? And
well, I would, I kind of like to sell part of it as it is. I've got the whole bottom of the dress that I need to take appliques off of. So usually I sell the bodice to somebody that likes to take it apart and use it. If you have to have a fetish, tatting seems like an okay one. That's right.
You got it.
Any kind of craft. Any kind of craft is okay if you got to have a fetish. I used to do Christmas tree skirts and mantle cloths and other, decorative things for people. I would do like the whole thing because they weren't in the stores. Now you go to Hobby Lobby and you can get everything you want. But for years, a lot of people put a sheet around the tree or they made something. And so I did that for several years. As soon as Christmas was over, I was in the store buying up everything that was left. I'd go home from work and eat something, and then I would sew until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh, we still have 25 people in here. My gosh, girls, you don't know really how much I appreciate you today on this snowy day. Hanging out with me today while I'm jibber jabber and sewing. Why don't you put in chat what theme you would like me to do next?
Yep.
You want stuff with old feed sacks?
Is that your phone or mine?
Oh, that's Bonnie and April and them. They're all getting on together.
Oh, okay.
They're all together, so they're inviting me in the chat. What kind of theme would you like next?
I think spring florals for its, springy stuff. Something that's not in the color tones of the bee, just flowers.
Yeah, I was going to put pieces of feed sack together and then put them cut out pieces of embroidered linens on them. What do you think?
Yep, that'd be nice. Carol said fairy, Carol Coran. Hey, Carol, how are you doing today?
I haven't really done much with fairies. I don't even know that I got any. What color is fairies? I mean, are they pastels? Are they?
Oh, they can be vivid colors or pastels, Debbie, and they can be all colors.
No, but I'd have to have a fairy to put on this thing. Where would you
Well,
get a
look at
cool
the
fairy?
digitals. Look at the digitals.
I don't want to put paper on there. I want a cloth.
You can print it on fabric, Debbie.
Oh, well, I never thought about that, Pearl.
That's what you have me around for.
You got to prep all. You're the only one that's got all the fabric. I should have looked at that at Joann's.
Glenna said spring flowers would be great. Carol said any colors. Rebecca wants to know what you're going to sell those for, Debbie.
Well, I'm thinking from $3 to $5, Rebecca. I don't know. What do you think's a good price?
Oh, Debbie's prices are always so reasonable.
What are you girls willing to pay? Pick your price. What price range do you want me to be in? I mean, there's no way you can get. Well, I don't know. Like I said yesterday, I worked 8 hours and I did, I don't know, 20 pieces. So I don't think, there's no way you're going to get your time out of it. But all I have is time. I'm old. I can't do anything else. Recovering from cancer. I can't hardly walk very far. And
how are you, Carol? There is a lot of work in them.
This is my livelihood. But, girls aren't going to pay a fortune for this stuff. So I'm happy just for them to have it myself. But I mean, do you think this bee thing $3 is too high? What do you think, Pearl?
It depends on how much you put into it, Debbie, as far as you've got your fabric pieces that you paid for. If you're going to put a charm on it, all the things you're doing to it.
Well, I know, but hey, Juju.
Hey, Juju, how are you?
I mean, that's a fair price in you girls' world. I know, Sheila. I agree, Nana. But what am I going to do if it don't sell? What am I going to do with 17 pieces or 100 pieces of stuff I hand stitch? What am I going to do with it, may I ask? You girls are the only place I have to market, so I don't have a market. I mean, I got an Etsy store, but good God.
A lot of work and a lot of fees.
Yeah. I always said that anything I had left over, I'd always go put in my Etsy store. Well, I always never had anything left over, which was a good thing for me. So say if I put a piece of this hand-stitched bee stuff and then I made a tag and a little scrappy journal, from bees, like maybe I have a real cute digital that has a bee lady on it, made a little scrappy pad, would you pay $6?
Carol Corinne's taking care of her mom. I'm so sorry. She's 100. Oh, I did the same thing, Carol. You will not regret it. You will not regret one moment of it.
Nope. I took care of my mother till she passed away, but she passed away at an early age. She was.
Oh, my mother did too. She'd been sick off and on. But yeah. Carol, you will not regret a minute. It's hard. It's hard. I'm going to add you to my list of people to be praying for because it is a hard thing.
I know. It is, but that's what they did for us, raised us. So I feel like I could take care of my mom. I was there the minute she died.
Yep. sisters didn't come, and they've regretted it for a decade now. But she made it to 100. Think about that. My mother was in her 70s. Hey, Joyce, how are you doing? I got your package out today. It's flying its way to you. Creator Sheila says, if they think you'll make it cheap, they will hold out for you to do that.
Well, I know.
It's hard though. Right now, people aren't spending as much money. I know I'm not. I can't. But you're right. You put a lot of time and energy, and the money you put into with what you're working with, it all costs. Alina says, I like watching and spending time this way. No stress, just relaxing, watching, and learning. You're sweet, Alina. It is good.
Yeah.
It is good to just be able to chill and relax and chit chat. And
I thought I'd just come on today just because I was kind of bored and I was lonely, and thought I'm going to see if I can have any girls come visit me today.
yeah. Trying to not cut myself with this X-Acto knife. I don't like it when I do that. It is not a fun thing.
All right, one more beehive, and then the beehives will be on.
That's such a cute idea, Debbie, to take those pieces and do that.
Yeah, because some of them I didn't care for, so I just cut it up, and then I could have the words.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just using it all. Even what you didn't like, you were able to use.
So and I still got lots of patterns, but I thought I'll start out with these, and then I'll make some more with a different pattern, because there's still some cute patterns.
Mm-hmm. Joyce K is working on her new journal. What kind of journal is it, Joyce? What's the theme?
Where would the fairy fabric be at Joann's, Pearl?
I honestly don't know, Debbie. Let me...
Do they even have any fairy fabric? I never just really was into fairies.
I'm not into them. It's not something I'm...
Nakia is the fairy fan. She likes fairies.
Fairy fabric. All right. They have one that I see that is a white background with flowers and fairies, and you could cut all of those things out.
Do you like it?
It's cute. It's cute. It's got a lot of different colors in it. I'll send you the link and you can see it. It's $6.99 a yard.
That ain't a bad price.
No, it's not. Use the right keyboard, Pearl. It makes a difference. It's amazing how that makes a difference. It's a cute fabric. Let me go back and see what else they have. Now, there's usually a coupon where you can save if you buy online and pick up in the store. They're still doing that. There's a mushroom fabric. There's a mermaid fabric.
Ugh.
I don't know. I'm not. There's a fabric that has all kinds of mushrooms, it's pretty artwork.
You're right, Carol. Just because I don't like it, don't mean the general population don't like it. But
Right.
it's hard to make something that you don't enjoy doing. And so
tell
it's
me
hard
about
to put your love in it when you don't care for it.
one year I made about 50 cheerleading outfits. I was so sick of red and white. I never wanted to see red and white again. That's the only cute fairy fabric I saw.
Okay.
And if they don't have it at your store, let me know. I can get it here. And they have some fairy charms, but they're $5 each. Of course, when they have them on sale, they're a lot less. Yeah, that's the only one I saw that I like. They have another one. It's pink, a lot of pink on pink. And it's cute, but it's more babyish.
I'll see what I can do, Miss Carol.
The other one is pretty. I like it.
All right, where's my yellow floss?
Let's see. Yeah, that's still the only one that came up that I like. There's another one. It's on a really dark background, and it's a lot more complicated. It'll show up when you look at that one. More realism, but it'd be hard. I don't know. You might like it better. It's got mushrooms and snails and bees and things in it. Off the computer, Pearl.
So
Joyce,
look,
if you always use that big needle.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
She's-
have it threaded with brown. I have it threaded with green. And then when I change these colors, I'll thread it with the next 3 colors. Yes.
But
I
she's
can.
using all 6 strands of the yarn, of the floss, too.
And I can't grip a little needle. I don't have any feelings in these fingers. And so this is the only thing that I can grip. So yes, I'm the odd duck out, Joyce. I have to always do things the complicated, the easy way. So there's one. By the time I put the bee fabrics on it, adding on it. Let's see if I can finish. Well, the problem is I don't know where my bee charms are right this minute. It's hard for me to make a knot in the end of my floss.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things you can do on the back, Debbie, is just slip through to the back and then just go under some of your stitches. If it was going to be wearable, I'd say no, but it's going to be flat on that. You could even put a little dot of glue on the back of it.
Yeah. See if I can finish one for you girls before we have to go home, get off.
Yeah, I gotta go in there and get busy. Get my roast out for dinner and get some chicken in the crock pot for tomorrow. Carol, I'm taking apart the bodice of a wedding dress. Bonnie says she makes a ton of fairy journals. Wilhelmina sent you a fairy fabric photo, Deb.
Okay.
I don't know what Hobby Lobby might have. They might have something.
Oh, I can't hardly walk that store.
But I can get it for you, Debbie.
That is a lot of walking. Of course, my Hobby Lobby, the fabric isn't very far down the aisle, but boy, I'm not very good at walking.
Yeah.
So here I got this yellow thread. Okay. So I stitched on my tatting, and then let me put on some French knots. You'll probably cringe when you see how I do French knots, if you girls do French knots, because I do it about 10 times.
Well, if you want to make them stand up, you have to. And you're using that full thread, so it makes them nice and large so that they show up.
Yeah, that might have been too big a French knot, but we'll see. I'll make the next one a little smaller. I don't know if I'm going to put them little yellow flowers on there or not. I may hand stitch some flowers on there. Yeah, I think that French knot was too big. Let's make the next one smaller. I cut that one out.
Goldie Hit says 10 times with exclamation points.
I know. Well, that one looks a whole lot better. That one's too big. I'll cut that one out and start over.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I've gotten one for 10 before, but that's a long time ago. This one was a lot more expensive. You just have to look at the quantity of the lace and beadings and decide. But this is probably about the 9th or 10th one I've taken apart.
Yeah, I remember that day I got mine for $5. I couldn't believe
Yeah,
it.
I couldn't either.
$5.
And it was super size, so you got lots of good stuff out of it.
Got lots of stuff out of it. Yeah, the 6 times is way better.
Well, knowing how things are put together does help in taking them apart. I've got another one I've got to finish as well. That's why I thought I might as well just work on that right now while I'm sitting still, instead of jumping up and running around trying to find things to do. I'll put together some more bundles, wedding bundles.
All right, so there's that. It needs something else. Let's see what I got. Oh, definitely needs buttons. I got some little yellow. Some little yellow flowers. All right.
Oh, not down here, Carol. Not down here. Everything down here is like going into an antique mall.
Expensive.
It's outrageous. She said it was one of the big names, Goodwill or Salvation Army. Our Salvation Army is almost gone from here. Goodwill has taken over. There's a Goodwill, at least 2 or 3 in every town. And their prices are high, and they put all their really good stuff out on the internet. They have a whole army of people that do nothing but sit and list things on eBay. I don't support the Goodwill. I support Salvation Army, and I support all the little local thrifts that are actually helping local needs. So that's where I spend mine. But they're getting expensive around here. I mean, I went to a thrift. There's one, they used to give me a decent price of $30, $35, but now their wedding dresses are priced like $100, and they don't want to come down at all. And it's like, I'm done. I got this one at an estate sale, and I paid more than I paid $50 for it, but it had a lot of bling on it, so I went ahead and got it. But I'm not paying $100 for a used wedding dress.
Pearl, you like that little flower right there?
Show me where again?
Right there.
Yeah, I do. I like it there. I think it's cute. It needed a little pop of color right there. Well, the same thing with all the booksellers now. Juju said, she said, I do. It's cute, makes it balance. And Kath says me too.
Okay, good deal. That's what I need. The input. Input from the monkey section. This old monkey needs help.
Listen too. Sometimes it's just hard to decide. You get so caught up with things you can't think it clearly.
Well, somewhere I got some bee charms that I'll find and put on it, and I think it's done. So what do you girls think? So would you pay $3 for that?
Oh yeah. It's well worth that, Debbie. If you're adding all that other stuff to it, you got to upprice it a little bit. Because it all costs money. Debbie Vasey said yes. Goldie said well worth that. Kath said absolutely. Carol said most definitely. Wilhelmina said absolutely.
All right. That makes me feel better.
Oh, I see them on Facebook all the time for $300, $400, $500 used. It's like, no.
For what?
Wedding dresses.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, occasionally I look up on one that's $25, $35, $40 if it's got a lot of stuff on it, but I did get blessed several times with, $10, $20, so.
Carol, you tell me when it's time to get off here. I was just killing time is what I was doing.
There we go. To leave number 2.
Pearl, put numbers in.
All right.
11 to 49.
Hold on. I just almost closed everything by not having my cursor in the right spot.
Please put numbers in, Pearl.
What range again?
11 to 49.
There we go. I know, it's crazy.
I better do a giveaway for these old girls that's hung out with me today.
I guess if you have the money to do that, you can do it, and it's not a big deal. But when you don't, you don't. And I don't worry about it.
All right, let's see. What do I want to give away today?
Juju said, I must be sick. That Miss Bossy Butt just said, please.
Yes.
She does do it once in a blue moon, Juju. All right. Do you want me to put a stop in?
Put a stop in.
All right. I had a lady that I worked with, and her daughter got married, and they did the whole country club thing and spent thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on that wedding. And in 6 months, she was divorced.
Oh, my.
Glennis came in after the stop, but we'll include her.
Yep. Can you see my three things? There's this one.
Bring it down just, there we go. That's better.
This one. There's this one.
So red and green, now a green check.
And then there's this one here.
And that's with the flower on the left and the vintage on it. All right.
Right. We're going to do closest going over.
All right.
Okay. You got between 11 and 49, please.
Here's a number between 11 and 49. It's 16.
16.
Over.
Goldie has 17.
Okay. Who's above Goldie?
Nobody.
Well, who's below Goldie?
Sheila.
Nana.
Nana.
And then I guess who's below Nana?
Alina. So Goldie, Nana, and Sheila.
All right. So A, B, or C, Goldie? A, B, or C?
Let me see. Goldie will take C as in Charlie.
Nana, A or B?
She'll take B.
And Alina will get A.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do the closest, not going over this time. And I'm going to give 3 of my little girls away. Alexa, a number between 11 and 49, please.
Here's a number between 11 and 49. It's 39.
Is this going under or over now, Debbie?
Under.
Under, okay.
Under.
What number did she give you?
39.
39. Glennis is at 38.
Above Glennis.
Nobody, because she was after the stop.
Okay, below. We'll go back to the top.
All right. Well, we can't go back to the top.
Why can't we?
Oh, wait. Well, if we do, it's Goldie. And
no, then go below Goldie. Go below Goldie.
That was we already did that. So I'm going to go to the last number, which would be Kath.
Okay, Kath. All right.
And then above Kath is Bonnie.
All right. There we go.
We didn't have that many numbers in there.
Okay. Well, how many numbers did we have in there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, so who
Carol,
didn't get something?
Carol Coran would have been the only one to not get anything.
All right, Carol, I'm going to give you one of my little girls. Carol C. All right, let me just pull it out real quick. Because if she was the only one that didn't get something, that ain't fair.
And Bonnie had 15.
Well, okay, then
But
Bonnie.
Bonnie was under. The number was 16 and we were going over.
I know, but how many?
No, Bonnie got something. Bonnie got one of the girls, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. So she got something.
So did pretty much everybody that put in a number get something?
Yeah. We've got Goldie.
Yep.
Nana.
Yep.
Alina.
Yep.
Carol C.
Yes.
Bonnie.
Yes.
Sachs. And Glennis.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
everybody got something. Goody deal. Everybody gets a prize in the old girls' world. Happy to do it. Just think how many hours I spent with you girls making stuff, and I get to give it to you. I love it. Carol C., how much time do we have before Mary goes on? Better be checking that out.
Boy, there's such a difference between my laptop and my desktop. Cass says, I love your prizes, Debbie. Nana says, thank you. Hey, Robin, how are you doing today?
No problem, girls. I love you girls dearly. Without you, I would be a basket case.
Yep. You know, it's hard when I'm in a metro area, but I still don't get out and interact with people that much. Just shopping. And so it's nice to have to be able to build a friendship with people online. And
Yes.
Debbie keeps, telling me I can't shop, so I'm going to be.
We need to be doing this
more often.
Yeah.
Do this a lot more often.
Yep. We can come on. Well, Wendy's selling tomorrow, right, Pearl? Can you put Wendy's in there?
Let me grab it.
Oh, Wendy's selling tomorrow.
Yeah. Let me grab her.
I may come on in the morning if I'm snowed in here and bored. Work on the next project. But Wendy's selling tomorrow, and then Pearl might be doing a pop-up Friday. Gina's selling. No, wait a minute. When's Gina selling, Carol? Ooh, I better figure out when Gina's selling. Gotta keep myself straight here.
Here's the link for Wendy. And I know that Rosie's Crafty Shack is selling. I don't think they're overlapping the whole time, but they're both selling tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, that says Thursday the 19th. Oh, that was an old one. That's an old one. I forget. I have to go to their.
Yeah, I'm not sure what time. I'm not sure when Gina's selling. Carol's got it.
If I don't get to do a D-stash, it'll be okay. Maybe we can do one Monday. I mean, a sale pop up maybe next Monday before I sell again. I will be invoicing after next Tuesday's sale. No putting it off. I've got to get it all done. But I've got books to take apart and fabric to cut this week and this weekend. So, all right, here is Rosie's for those that.
Oh, Gina is Saturday at 6:00. Okay, Eastern. All right. Okay.
Hey, Zan, how are you doing? Me and all my glory.
I felt like I owe you girls something for spending the day with me, taking your time out of your life to entertain me. So I don't mind sharing with you.
My kids make fun of my hair because it's gotten so long. I just take it and twist it and pull it up here. And half the time it's sticking up like a rooster's comb or something. So when Steph having Tuesday is her surgery.
Goldie?
Yeah, we need to put that down.
When what can you tell us what your surgery is, Goldie? What is she having?
I don't know. If you feel comfortable telling us, you can. If not, you can send me a message. See, today is February. I'm in January. Yeah, get Laura to let us know. What is today? Today is the 11th. Today's the 12th. So next Tuesday is the 18th. I'll have Liam that day. I'll have Liam being my helper. Let's see. I know. It's always such a dread. You have to wait, and it's just so dreadful to wait. Okay, she has an aggressive sinus tumor it's her 6th surgery.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Goldie. We'll be praying for you, okay?
My.
Well, that's good. She said the new doctor promises it will finally solve it. Does not sound like fun at all. I had sinus surgery, and just minor sinus surgery was not fun. I've been through 3 back surgeries, and none of those were fun. Do not want to have any other surgeries. That's why I try to just be very careful with this tile floor and about tripping and stuff, because I don't want to fall down and break something. I'm looking at the chat, so I'm facing away from everybody. 5 hours under anesthesia, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, get her to let me know, and I'll send a blast out to everybody. Yep, we will be thinking about you that day and praying for you as well.
All right, girls. Well, I think we better get off here and let you get a drink and get all situated for Mary, because Carol said it was 50 minutes. So hopefully we'll all see you over at Mary's, and Carol will be
Yep.
modding for Mary today. And thanks so much, girls, for hanging out with me. And I'm probably going to be doing this for the next few weeks to get this stuff done and getting some input from you girls, what you like. So appreciate you joining us today. And Pearl,
Yes, we do. I'm glad I could hop in and join you, Debbie.
Yep, we will do it again soon.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see y'all all at Mary's.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, girls. Bye.